Hello, my name is AJ. I'm your HYPOXiX coach for today, and we have level 5.2 standing split ipsilateral push. I love this one because it increases the activity of the glute quite a bit. Now, I'm going to grab a yellow band for today for this one in the right hand. So let's be on the same hand together, or the same side together, so I can cue you through with a high level of specificity. Now, if you're working with a HYPOXiX coach and they've suggested some other kind of resistance for you based on your assessment, you of course want to follow that because that's going to optimize your program. Otherwise, let's begin. Let's put our right foot forward. Now, the standing split has a 4-foot stride length. 4, okay, and then we're leaning forward approximately. If it needs to be a little wider, a little shorter, then of course you can do that. If you're working with a coach, they will guide you through on that one. Now here, the elbow never wants to go behind the rib. You always want to meet that elbow to the seam in your shirt, or feel your rib when every single time you bend the arm. Now the left hand is behind the head. HYPOXiX head stance is pressing back into the hand, but also lifting up. We're working on that head posture the entire time with this one. Now we're hinged forward, and we begin with the right foot pulling back toward the left foot. So if the floor were slippery, that foot would drag right back. That's giving you a high level of hamstring activity, glute activity in that front leg. Now the gaze is very specific. I'm staring at my knee, which is shooting a laser over my third toe every single time I hinge forward in this exercise. So check it out. Also, my footwork is specific. I'm putting most of the pressure on the inside of my foot. That's my big toe and my inner heel, while of course still keeping the outside of the foot connected. But this is something called pronation. The back foot, we're putting most of the weight on our third toe. So that's something called supination. We're getting really fancy in here. You're learning a lot about exercise science. So the head is pressing back into the hand. The front foot is pulling back. And here's our movement. We press once. When we do our standing split in the hinge position, no movement in the low back, then we come upright and we do one here. That front foot is dragging back, using that ground resistance the entire time. When I come upright, every single time I come upright for this one, I'm going to move to a panorama view. So I'm going to find a point on my right, I'm going to find a point on my left, and I'm going to lock in on that every time. I know we vary based on what exercise and what level we're on, whether we do a far point or a panorama. For this one today, we're going to do panoramic view every single time we come up. So it looks and sounds like this. Knee, panorama, find those points. So you're relaxing your system every single time you come to that panorama. Whew, that's a doozy on the glute. We're adding in our 2-beat breath retentions, loosening your ab ribbon on the engaged exhale and keeping it loose on the 2-beat breath retentions. Always imagine there's 80% of your body weight on the front foot, even when you come upright. A little more than that might shift back to the back foot, but I want you to visualize that 80% of the body weight is on the front foot the entire time. So let's take it from our zip up posture prep. Inhale. Hiss, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1. Inhale, 2. Ground resistance blow. Panorama hiss. Loosen the ribbon. Hold the breath for 1, 2. Pause the movement on the inhales. Inhale. Hold the breath for 1, 2. Panorama. Pause. Inhale. Inhale. Loosen the ribbon, hold 1, 2, pause the movement, stare at the knee. Inhale, panorama blow, ground resistance hiss. Loosen the ribbon, you're holding 1, 2, and finished. I know that front glute, from that ground resistance. Now it's time to perform it on the other side, so you can either rewind the video just about 60 seconds so we can perform the other side together, or you can stop the video here, repeat it on your own if you're no longer a beginner. Just stay true to that tempo, frequency, intensity, and duration of each breath cycle. 2-second inhale, tightening your ab ribbon. 8-second exhale, loosening your ab ribbon around the waist. You may want to put a metronome on your phone at 60 beats per minute until you get to the point where you have that 60 beats per minute just naturally playing in your head, to stay true to that tempo to avoid hyperventilation.